Today we are going to study one chemical that is prepared from common salt. In the last class we studied that common salt is a raw material for making many chemicals. And today I will describe the preparation, properties and uses of one important chemical which are obtained from common salt by various methods, that is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is very important. Its preparation and its uses is very important, and this is commonly asked in the public exam every year. One question is from this section. So we are going to discuss the preparation of sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide, as you all know, it's commonly known as caustic soda. It is commonly known as caustic soda. The formula of a sodium hydroxide is NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. So it is very important basic chemical which is used for starting material for many other chemicals. So from sodium chloride only we are preparing the sodium hydroxide. Okay, this sodium hydroxide is very important chemical which is used as a starting material for making many other chemical. പല കെമിക്കൽസ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാനും ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സ്റ്റാർട്ടിംഗ് മെറ്റീരിയൽ ആയിട്ടാണ് സോഡിയം ഹൈഡ്രോക്സൈഡിനെ നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് യൂസ്ഡ് ആസ് എ സ്റ്റാർട്ടിംഗ് മെറ്റീരിയൽ ഫോർ മേക്കിംഗ് മെനി അതർ chemicals. So especially it is used in many industries, and hence it is produced on a large scale because it is very important for the preparation of other chemicals. ഇത് large സ്കെയിലാണ് എല്ലാ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസിലും പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത് because it is very important chemical that is used for the preparation of other materials. other chemicals ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന ഒരു പ്രധാന കെമിക്കലാണ് sodium hydroxide. So we will discuss the sodium hydroxide, the preparation and uses today. So before explaining, the raw material for producing sodium hydroxide is sodium chloride. Sodium hydroxide is produced by the electrolysis of concentrated aqueous solution of sodium chloride. So it is prepared by the electrolysis of a concentrated aqueous solution of sodium chloride. Sodium chloride into an aqueous solution, concentrated solution. Now you know what is concentrated and dilute. More percentage of substance is concentrated. If it is diluted with water and the percentage is very less, then we call them as dilute. So concentrated solution of sodium chloride. So little amount of water is added and more amount of the substance is dissolved in it, so that it is a concentrated solution or concentrated substance, that is sodium chloride is taken. So what is to be done? It has to be electrolyzed. All of you know what is electrolysis. What is electrolysis? Passing electricity. In the first chapter we discuss electrolysis process of water. So there is a special apparatus is required to carry out this electrolysis process. So we are preparing sodium hydroxide in such a manner that it is undergoing the process called electrolysis. So when electricity is passed through a concentrated solution of sodium chloride, it decomposes to form sodium hydroxide, chlorine and hydrogen. So during the process of electrolysis we get three products: chlorine, hydrogen and sodium hydroxide. So since we are getting three different products, all the three are very important products. This is an important industrial preparation. ഈ മൂന്ന് പ്രോഡക്ട്സും വേറെ അതർ കെമിക്കൽസ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് കൊണ്ടാണ് ഇത് ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയലി വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് എന്ന് പറയാൻ കാരണം. chlorine, hydrogen, sodium hydroxide. All these are very important chemical which is used for the preparation of other chemicals. So this reaction or this preparation is very important. So this preparation or this decomposition or this electrolysis process, we call them as chlor-alkali process. So it's very important. This process of uh, producing or the process of electrolysis of sodium chloride, we call them as chlor-alkali process. Why this name came chlor-alkali process? Because we have already seen that in the production, that is when we prepare the sodium hydroxide, we get which are the product chlorine, hydrogen and sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide we call them as alkali അല്ലേ sodium hydroxide നമ്മൾ ആൽക്കലി എന്ന് പറയും പിന്നെ ഉണ്ടായ ഒരു പ്രോഡക്റ്റാണ് ക്ലോറിൻ so chlorine and alkali are the two products obtained during this reaction. That's why this reaction is known as chlor-alkali. Chlor means chlorine, alkali means sodium hydroxide. So this reaction is termed as chlor-alkali process. As I said, the three very useful products are obtained by the electrolysis of sodium chloride solution. That sodium chloride solution, what we call, it is called brine solution. Brine. What is brine? Brine means concentrated solution of sodium chloride. What is brine? The concentrated solution or the aqueous solution of sodium chloride, we call them as brine. So in order to prepare sodium hydroxide, we use brine solution. This solution is undergoing electrolysis process, how passing electricity. So while this process is carried out, it is carried out in an electrolyte or using an electrolyte. It is carried out in an electrolytic cell. So we already studied what is an electrolytic cell and what is the apparatus or what are the different items used here. So we need anode and cathode, and the sodium chloride aqueous solution is taken in this cell, and we pass the electricity. On the cathode we get hydrogen gas, and in the anode we get chlorine gas, and what we left here is the formation of sodium hydroxide. That is, near the cathode we can see the formation of sodium hydroxide. So these are the important products we obtain here. So while passing the current through a brine solution, at the cathode we get the hydrogen gas, and at the anode we get the chlorine gas, and sodium hydroxide is found below the cathode. Thus we get three important products. So what is this process called? Chlor-alkali process. Why this is called chlor-alkali? The term chlor for chlorine and alkali for sodium hydroxides. So that's why this process is known as chlor-alkali process. And chlorine gas we get at the anode, and hydrogen gas we get at the cathode, and sodium hydroxide solution is formed near the cathode. This reaction and this equation is very important.